He should see like a feng shui like master or doctor or something just to change the energies. Everything he's doing is just not working.
World chess champion Ding Liren is unfortunately a broken man right now. I'm bringing you a game here. He played in the GRENKE Chess Classic today. This is in a playoff section against Daniel Fridman with white. A great player, yes, but not in Ding's league on paper. Around 200, 250 points lower rated, but he gets trounced in this game and it's the story of the tournament. I'll show the results overall at the end. So Ding with black, in response to knight f3 he goes d5, and after g3 he gets the whole center. I mean, this is a risky opening which white plays, going for a win, a sharp fight, because we get a Benoni defense position but with colors reversed. So Ding takes the space, e3 challenging, knight c6, d3, bishop d6, natural stuff, and we now get this pawn structure on the board. Black with the space, but white with some dynamic ideas, but you're treading a tightrope when you're playing with the white pieces. Now bishop g5 seeks to eliminate the defender of these light squares, which Ding encourages with pawn h6. Now we get knight b to d2, headed for e4 where it hits these two, so queen e7 anticipates. a3 looks for b4, Ding clamps that one down, knight e4 now comes, bishop c7 and c5, a very important resource here. Now hang on, what about f5? Well, we'll see that in a moment. First we get castles, now knight f to d2, opening the sniper on g2, and Ding plays f5. It's a principled move because yes, you give up your bishop pair, but you have won a clean pawn. Black now ahead by that one pawn, and with the space as mentioned. What's white got to show for it? Well, some initiative, starting with that knight picking up a tempo on the queen. Now rook c1, open files is where rooks belong. Rook a6 now from Ding, very good move, a defensive one, covering all of this sensitive points on the 6th rank here, also supporting the knight in some lines. And after queen b3, adding some pressure on the queen side, but also x-raying the king here on the long diagonal, Ding already starts just playing a bit imprecisely. You know, a4, queen c7, bishop d7 coming soon. Some of the engine's top ideas. Get your bits out, right? But Ding sidesteps immediately. Nice prophylaxis chess, or prophylactic I should say, but now white can play an immediate queen b5 here. Head for the c5 square, start doing a bit of tickle. But okay, Fridman misses it, goes rook fe1, hitting the half open file now, not quite fully open. f4, nice attacking move, looking for a space gain, and now we see queen b5, again heading for an invasion on the h5 square, so Ding shuts it down, kicks the queen right back. f3 now comes, kicking the bishop to h3, but you've created a nice thorn pawn. So far, Ding not doing so bad, even though not always playing the most precise moves. And now queen b5, rook e4, best for white. But knight e5 played, and it's not precise, but only for one specific reason here. Do pause if you want to test your kind of defensive / attacking ideas. All you're trying to do here with the black pieces is make this queen less active. And the best move to therefore play is rook b6, because you also hit the b2 pawn, so the queen can't go wandering too far unless you're going to give up b2. So after queen c2, then you can start unraveling things like bishop d7, king h7, stuff of that nature. White is a bit more passive. But instead, we see queen d6 from Ding, allowing now things like queen b5, but not played. Knight takes on c6 played. It's an imprecise move from Fridman. You know, he is a lower rated player. He is going to make positional mistakes. But why is it a mistake? Well, a world champion, former world number 2, should be spotting this stuff, you know, and its pawn recaptures on c6. And of course, I wouldn't find these ideas, right? Not trying to be overly critical of Ding. What a player, of course, and his legacy is now intact as world champion, but he's just not at the races, right, as he should be as world champion. Why is this move important? Well, you take control of the b5 square here. You also add support here, of course. It's the right way to play. But Ding goes with the rook, allowing queen b5, and white is activating, hitting the pawn and threatening to swing into the attack. Again, Ding goes wrong, tries to hold on to this pawn. He should in fact play bishop d7, offering either of these pawns, but it's far more dynamic. You start developing, then you go for play of your own. But instead we see queen c7. Whoops, covering this one here, not moving like a knight. Now rook takes on c6 played, pawn recaptures, and queen c5 a strong move, but queen h5 also very tricky, because looks for invasion tactics. Down here, there's huge pressure coming down on e6, and now Ding plays truly a horrendous move. One of his best here is g5. Not so easy to play, weakening this pawn, but it's a very specific point. Upon check, you can go king g7 here, and you are holding things steady on the dark squares. You're not falling for tactical traps. And okay, then you can start trying to unravel with the black pieces. But Ding instead plays c5, and he's just created this massive target. Rook c1, Fridman immediately converges on it with the two major pieces, excuse me, and now Ding just absolutely capitulates. He hasn't got a good way to hold on to this pawn, basically. You know, rook f5, the bishop's covering, not possible. Rook f8 top move, just to stop a queen invasion. Yes, you ditch a pawn, but fine. You just have to go for play with queen b7 against here. But what we see in the game is the terrible bishop to a6. Look at the evaluation bar react here. White completely winning. Can you find the winning combination here? Already mentioned before, it's all about the invasion. Queen e8 check. And the reason it's so bad now is that if you go king h7, well, now this bishop takes on e6. Sorry, king h7 was played and bishop takes on e6 played. And there's this checkmating pattern threatened on the g8 square. You know, what happens if you execute your threat of taking the pawn on d3? Well, now this is the mating pattern. You don't go with the queen, let the king out the box. You force it back here, discovered check from the queen, king comes back, now you mate, and the bishop took away the square here. That's brutal. So Ding has to give up the exchange, which he plays. Queen recaptures. Now we get bishop takes on d3, and after queen d5, Ding Liren resigns the game. He doesn't even want to play any more moves. Why is it so bad? Well, this one's about to drop. If you push c4, well, now this one drops in the center. What if you go, say, queen c8, looking to lolly the opponent, deliver that checkmate? Well, now there's this really nice tactic. Queen takes on d4. If pawn takes, you pick up the queen. And if you try and come in like this, well, no good, because you're taking with check. Then you pick up f3, etc. So nothing to be done. This is just a lost position. Ding Liren, this is how he did in the overall tournament, lost to so many people, drew a bunch of games, and he's just really struggling, right? Just can't get his head in the game. He's been struggling all year, Tata Steel, etc. Not nice to see. Hopefully he can turn it around. Who knows, right? Shame to see such a great player down on his knees right now on the chessboard. I hope you enjoyed this one. Smash subscribe if you did. And for another epic game of chess, check out the video on screen. Thanks for watching and see you soon.